Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nancy. You're welcome. Please subscribe, share and like my videos, and don't forget to put on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos. In today's tutorial, I would like to show you how to draft the princess dart pattern. I'll start by marking half an inch, which is the sewing allowance to attach the shoulders together. The next line is the half cut line, which is the waistline. It is 15 inches, so I'll add 1 inch to the seam allowance, and that will be 16 inches. Then I'll extend the lines. The next line is the under bust line, and to achieve this, I'll subtract 2 inches from the half cut measurement, which will be 15 minus 2, and that will be 13 inches. So now I'll extend the line. To achieve the shoulder slope, I'll place the ruler this way on the shoulder line to mark 3 inches. Then I'll also mark 8 inches as shown. So on this 8 inches point, I'll go down by 1 inch to achieve the slant shoulder. The next measurement is the armhole measurement. To achieve the armhole, you divide the bust measurement by 6 and you add 1.5 to it. So the bust measurement for this client is 36 divided by 6. I have 6 inches, then plus 1.5, that is 7.5 inches. Since the front armhole is usually deeper than the back armhole, to avoid folds, I will get the midpoint of this line, which is 7.5 inches divided by 2. I'll have 3.75. Now I'll go in by half an inch, then I'll use my French curve to connect the points as shown. So the armhole curve can also be a guide to achieve your bust line. So all I need to do is to extend this line as shown. Next measurement is the bust span, which is the nipple to nipple. It's 8 inches. If I divide by 2, I have 4 inches, so I'll add half an inch to it, and that will be 4.5 inches. So I'll mark this on the waistline and on the under bust line. Then I'll use a straight ruler to meet the points together. Now I'm going to measure around the armhole to get the midpoint of the upper part of the dart. What I have here is 9 inches. I'll divide by 2 and I have 4.5 inches, so I'll mark 4.5 inches as shown. The next measurement to take is the bust point. To achieve this, I'll subtract 3 inches from the shoulder to under bust. The shoulder to under bust is 13 inches minus 3. I have 10 inches. These formulas are helpful in situations where you are not given some essential measurements. Now I will extend this vertical line to the bust points as shown. Now I'll connect the bust point to the midpoint of the curved armhole using a straight ruler. Now I'll mark 1 inch above the bust point. Then on the armhole curve, I'll mark 1 inch before the dart and 1 inch after the dart. I'll use a straight ruler to connect the points together. On the waistline, I'll mark 2 inches after the dart because it's for a plus size person, but I use 1.5 inches for a small size person. I'll mark 2 inches on the under bust line, then I'll extend the line from the other bust line down to the waistline. Now the distance between these two vertical lines is 2 inches, and if I divide by 2 to get the midpoint, I'll have 1 inch. Now I'll curve it using the freehand method or a French curve. Now I can insert the horizontal measurements. The bust measurements is 36 inches divided by 2. I have 9 inches. The distance between the two, that is 1 inch, so that will be 10 inches. The waist measurements is 28 inches. If I divide by 2, I have 7 inches. The distance between the two, that is 2 inches. That's 7 plus 2, and that will be 9 inches. I will add 2 inches to the sides for the seam allowance. The neck depth is 3 inches. And the neck width is 3 inches. For the back, I'll fold the paper into 2 as shown. I'll mark 2 inches for the zip allowance. Now I'll rule the starting line. Now add 1 inch for the seam allowance. Now I'll place the tape on the shoulder line to mark the half length, which is 15 inches, and I'll add 1 inch to it, and that will be 16 inches for the seam allowance. To achieve the slant shoulder, I'll mark 7.5 inches on the shoulder line. Then I'll mark 3 inches to create the slant line as shown. For the armhole, I'll mark 7.5 inches as calculated previously. Now I'll use a French cuff to create the armhole. Now I'll extend the bust line to the zip allowance. For the darts, I'll place the tape on the half length to mark 4.5 inches as calculated. Then I'll place it on the bust line to also mark 4.5 inches. Now I'll meet the points together. Now on the waistline, I'll mark half an inch before the line and half an inch after the line. Then on the bust line as shown, I'll go down by 1 inch. Now I'll use my straight ruler to meet the points together. Next thing to do is to mark the actual measurement. So on the bust line, the bust is 36 inches. If I divide by 4, I'll have 9 inches. For the waist circumference is 28 inches. If I divide by 4, I have 7 inches, and I have 1 inch for the dart spacing, and that will be 8 inches. Now I'll use a straight ruler to meet the points together. Now I'll add 2 inches to the side seam allowance as shown. Here you can decide to use the bodice darts at the back, but since it has a princess cut at the front, I'll be making use of a princess cut pattern. Now I'll curve the tape on the armhole line as shown to get the midpoint. What I have there is 9 inches. If I divide by 2, I have 4.5 inches. Now I'll connect the 4.5 inches point to the bust point. If you are familiar with princess cut pattern, you observe I didn't add extra allowance to the armhole for equality. For the neckline curve, I used 3 inches for the neck depth and the neck width. So I realized that this has always been a common way of drafting the princess cut pattern, so I decided to do it that same way. Then I'll be posting a video on how to trim out the armhole properly for equality. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was helpful. You should give it a try. Please subscribe, share and like my videos, and don't forget to put on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Thank you.